Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm so excited because I have the Blend Bunny Cosmetics all done up. I have the palette and the lippies to try out for you. I did pay for this myself and I did use code ALLIE to get some money off, and I'm so excited to get into it. So let's start by swatching out the lippies. I'm gonna start with the deeper ones because I feel like those are gonna stain. This one's in the shade Haunting. I am so excited. Okay, I love how you get the lip liners. She did mention that there was a product issue, packaging issue with the lip liners. They're supposed to be sold separately, but for a limited time they are included with the lipstick for I think $16. So I'm gonna start with the shade Haunting. Like, look how nice this packaging is. Ooh, that's so creamy. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see just what I'm doing. This color matches my shirt. Forgive me if I don't get the lines good. These are so creamy. I did mess up a little, but this color is very deep and vampy. I love it. I think it's perfect for a fall. Ooh, they have a very nice doe foot on there. Love this color. I'm excited to try this on. Ooh, I love this shade. This is the shade Haunting on me. I feel like it really doesn't make my teeth look yellow. It makes them actually look really white, and I love that. I have a very big insecurity of putting on lip colors that accentuate the yellowness on my teeth, but this color actually does not. It looks absolutely beautiful, and it definitely like goes in my shirt right now, which is fun, and I love that. So this is the shade Haunting. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off and put on a different one. The next one I'm gonna do is Like a Pro. This is the red one, I believe, and I definitely knew I wanted to get this one. I love just the packaging of these. I love how they go together very nicely. My lip liner did come broken. I hope they can help me out with that because I didn't break it. I just opened it up and it was already kind of broken. Definitely, I don't have the perfect lip lines right now. I'm just trying to share the colors very quickly. I really messed up over here. I'm not good at putting colored lips on, honestly. This is the shade Like a Pro. Smile test. I feel like this one also doesn't really accentuate the yellowness of my teeth. My teeth are definitely not like white. I don't whiten them or anything. I drink a lot of coffee and like I don't really like, you know, I drink a lot of Coke and coffee, so like I don't really like take care of my teeth in that aspect. But here is Like a Pro. I really enjoy it. I did kind of mess up like over here, so like ignore that and like just pay attention to the color because this is holiday. My lip liner did come a little broken. I'm gonna see if they would be nice enough to replace that for me. Oh, you have like a little sponge on this side. I don't know if that's like to like clean up. I think it is. I think it's like to clean up anything you mess up on, which is nice. It also comes with a little sharpener, so you can sharpen the tip of the lip liner if you want more precise application, which I think is awesome that you get both of those. They really thought of it. I love this shade. I can't wait to wear it more. I love it. It's so pretty. The only thing that comes off is the liner, which is nice. I love that. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one now. We can try the last two, which are more nudie shades. The next one I'm gonna try is Dollface, and from the pictures, this one looked to be more of like a pink shade. Here's the liner. My hand is very dry. I'm sorry, Aunt, to see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start lining. I love this color. I feel like this one's gonna be my go-to. And of course, the lippie. I love that the lip liner is like slightly darker. It really allows you to like contour your lip. This one's so pretty. I love this. I feel like this is a color that will look good on everyone. And I love this formula. They're not drying at all. I love the packaging. I love the formula. The lip liners included just make this better. It's such a vibe. This color, perfect. It's the perfect nudie pink color. I feel like it'll look good on a lot of different skin tones. All of these would look good on a lot of different skin tones. I think they are very well chosen, very well formulated. I love this color. I don't want to take it off, but I kind of have to. So I'm gonna take this one off and then can get into the last one, which is called TEASE. I'm under the impression that none of these really accentuate the yellowness of your teeth. So this is the shade TEASE. This is apparently Betty Jean's favorite color in these. I was originally gonna pick 2, but if you can't tell by the 4 I bought, that didn't go very well. Love this brown. This is like the perfect brown for like every lip combo ever, you know? Again, we have a little sponge and a little sharpener. I think that's so impressive. Thoughts on packaging were there. I love it. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the shade TEASE. This is such a nice brown. Oh my god, I love all of these. Making me look a little washed out right now, but it's because it's very brown and I have nothing else on my face but this lip color right now. I feel like with a beautiful eye look, this would look so pretty. Also, not accentuating any yellowness on my teeth, which I appreciate a lot. I love all of these colors. I'm so glad I got them all, even though I shouldn't have, but I figured, you know, I'm not buying any lip products from Sephora. I didn't receive any lip products in my Ipsy, did I? So I figured I would go ahead and buy all of these. I love a more matte lipstick. I feel like it suits me better than like a gloss. I still love gloss, right? But there's just something about a good matte lip that just does something to me. And these are so good. I'm gonna take this off, I'm gonna prime my eyes, and then we can get on to the 3 looks I'm gonna create with this palette. Yeah, you heard me correctly. 3 looks because this palette deserves it. So I will be right have one eye primed. Now I'm gonna use the All Done Up palette. This is so freaking beautiful. I cannot wait to use this. I love the soft matte packaging with the lips on here because this is the first collection that's been featuring lips for Blend Bunny. And I must mention that this is my first Blend Bunny's palette ever. Look how pretty. Of course, we have to do a close-up and some swatches. If you know, you know. If you don't know, now you do. Here in my channel, I like to do close-ups and swatches. So I've heard that this is a relatively smaller palette for Blend Bunny. I'm glad that I chose to pick this one up because I'm not really a huge fan of larger palettes. We're gonna just get into these swatches. So I'm gonna swatch them by row because I feel like that's how this palette is meant to be swatched. The first row we have Knockout, The Look, Smokin', Accentuate. On the second row we have Vision, Muse, Shapely, and Shine. On the third row we have Features, Unexpected, Doe-Eyed, and Centerfold. On the fourth row we have Close Up, Pouty, Ready, and Wink. And the fifth row we have Natural, Transform, Goddess, and Starlit. I'm gonna go into the shade Pouty right here. It's like a terracotta color, and this is a V205. I did spot clean my brushes because I have not had any time to actually clean them. So pigmented already. I love that. Blending out wonderfully already. I also love that. Taking a clean blending brush, I'm just gonna go in and blend this. Now, she laid this out so that you can easily blend these shades out with this top row. So I'm gonna take this shade called Close Up on this blending brush, and I'm gonna see how that works to blend this shade out. I'm also gonna bring that in with the close-up shade because I don't want to close off the inner portion. I kind of want it to be nice and bright. And going back into that pouty shade and just putting that where I kind of lost that pigment just a little. I love how this is looking, period. I'm gonna take the shade Ready, which is this deeper kind of burgundy color, and I'm gonna pack that on the end, like right on the end. Just start packing that in, and then we can go and blend it into the pouty shade. That looks so cool. That looks so good. Oh, I love that so much. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the NYX glitter primer like I do, put a little on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid so these shimmers can first of all pop more, but also so that they just look better, you know? Also, I wear contacts and I feel like this helps me have less glitter fallout, you know? So it's never fun for me. For shimmer, obviously I'm gonna go in with this shade called Wink. And I don't know if I'm gonna put Shine on the inner corner, but oh my god, I need you to see this right now because this is so intensely beautiful. Oh, this reminds me of the Glaminatrix shimmers. Oh my god, texture, it also reminds me of the Glaminatrix shimmers as well. Oh my god, that's so freaking beautiful. I love a good shimmer, man. I love a good shimmer. I'm just using my finger because it's how I like to apply them. It just gets a little harder as I get into my inner corner, obviously, but I will make it work because I love just how this is applying right here. Just taking a brush and kind of just blending this into the inner portion. Look how amazing that shimmer just that just really took this look up. Oh, of course I'm gonna blend that shimmer out with that first blending brush, but this is amazing. Already, this is amazing. This look kind of reminds me of a similar look that I did with the Glaminatrix Nearly Natural palette, because this row kind of reminds me of the pinks in that palette, but still completely different. This one goes even deeper than that one does. Very quickly, I'm just gonna apply my Kiss Pompadour lash, and we can see how this comes together because, oof. Here is look number 1 completed, you guys. This palette not only blended out like a dream, but the shimmer on my lid looks incredible. This was a fairly simple look. It didn't even take me that long to create, and I'm excited to see what I can create on this eye. So let's go into look number 2. Ignore the band-aid on my face. You know, these are featured in my favorites and fails as a fail because they do not stick very well, so I figured instead of just wasting them, I would use them as like a shadow shield because I can't find my tape. So what I'm gonna do for look number 2 is I'm gonna go into this shade called Doe-Eyed. It's like a nice deep dark brown, and I'm gonna start packing this on the outer edge, just kind of winging it out slightly. I feel like it'll look really cool once I have it all done. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the pigment from my brush, and I'm gonna dip into this shade called Unexpected. I look absolutely ridiculous right now. Tough times call for tough measures, you know? And this is what I'm gonna put over top of this Doe-Eyed color to blend her out. Hopefully when I take this band-aid off, it looks nice and blended and cool looking, because if it doesn't look cool, then we didn't do anything right. And then on top, I'm just gonna throw in this shade called Features, which is just like a very light pastel-y kind of banana shade, just to further blend those shades together. Kind of disappeared Doe-Eyed, so I'm adding a little more Doe-Eyed on. Okay, moment of truth. We're gonna remove the band-aid. It looks pretty cool, right? I think it looks nice. I'm gonna take an angled brush and go back into that shade Doe-Eyed, and I'm gonna just kind of finish off the line here so it doesn't look too rough. Yeah, this actually worked out. That band-aid like stuck to my face better than it stuck to any wound I had. But like, work. You better work. Only thing is, I wish I would have, like, I don't know, like taken it like out more. Like, I don't know, maybe if I like try it again, but I lost it now. It's a little rough, and I don't want it to be so like rough on there. I think it looks a little better. Like a little, like slightly, but really I should have winged it out like this. I just feel like now is a little too late. Taking the Unexpected shade and just trying to like blend that out. I don't want to like blend out the inner part. I want that part to be kind of pretty deep still, but like the rest of it, you know, band-aids aren't just for wounds. I did mess up a little, but I can always clean that up. You can always just like fix it, which I think is pretty cool, right? This is what I have so far. It's like a messy wing moment which is fine. I don't mind a messy wing, but I need to put shimmer now because shimmer is important to me, and I don't really know if I want to do the gold or if I want to do this shade. Let's do shine. I feel like shine for this is like perfect. I'm also not putting the glitter primer because I want it to be kind of just lightly patting it onto the bare lid. I didn't think it'd be that great, honestly. It's a freaking band-aid. It just looks so pretty. I wish I had tape. It probably would have been better with some tape, but it doesn't look bad even without the tape. I think it looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna pop on my lash and then we can continue with the last look. I'm probably gonna take this one off because I feel like I could have done better, you know? But I love like the subtleness of that shimmer. I think it's very pretty. I love how the lash just kind of elongated the entire eye. Like, we have two very different looks. That shimmer on the crease. I mean, that shimmer on the lid. I love this look. I feel like it could have been a little better, but I still think it looks very cool, and I still go out like this. Like, I don't really think it's bad to the point where I wouldn't wear it. It's just, you know, I didn't have tape and I had to use a band-aid, and then I didn't put the band-aid on right, and then it kind of like messed me up, you know? So I'm gonna take this look off and I'm gonna do something different with maybe like the greens. I will be right back. Alrighty, and for the third and final look with the Blend Bunny All Done Up palette, I really want to take these green shades. So I'm going to start with this shade called Vision. It's just like a very light pastel minty toned kind of green. And I'm going to put this all over my crease, sort of like patting it in and then blending it out. It's actually showing up, which is quite impressive. Usually lighter shades like this do not show up at all, but this is showing up beautifully. I like that a lot, actually. And now I'm going to take this shade called Muse. I'm going to kind of pack this under this shade, kind of working from light to dark. I'm working very lightly because I don't want it to be too in my face right now. I'm just trying to get a good base down because this eye look I'm doing I think is going to be a halo eye, and I want like a nice green base before I go into these deeper greens and deepening up these edges. I really like this minty green shade. I also really like the way these shades just blend out with like no issues. Taking a clean blending brush and just making sure that those edges are blended even more so I don't run into any issues. Now I'm going to take the shade Muse again, but this time I'm going to pack it on to my brush. So you can definitely see that pigment, and I'm going to pack this on the inner and outer. Kind of going to do a halo eye with this row of shades. And again, taking that Vision minty green color and kind of just blending this all out with that shade because it's the perfect shade to blend these colors out. Like, I know why she put them in there. And now I'm gonna go into this shade called Shapely, which is that very deep green shade. Kind of scared about this. And I'm gonna start packing that into the innermost portion, kind of blending it in with Muse, removing most of the pigment from my blending brush, and I'm just gonna take these shades and just blend them. Going back into that shade called Muse because it's gonna help to blend this deeper shade out, and of course going back into that Vision shade because that is gonna help to further blend all of these shades out. It's like the perfect color to blend it out with. I love that she laid it out like that. Easy, simple color layout here. If you do not know how to do your makeup at all, I feel like you will figure it out with this palette very quickly. Going into a smaller brush, this is a V206, and back into that Shapely shade, I am just making sure I get it right where I want it. Going into my NYX glitter primer because I do want this shimmer to pop. I'm gonna pack this right on that empty space right in the center of my eye look, bringing it up pretty high because I want it to be visible even when my eyes are open. Taking a flat brush, this is a flat eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. I'm thinking I'm gonna go into this shade called Starlit right here because it has like a greeny undertone, but it's also gold. And I'm going to take that on this brush and start packing that in the center of my lid. Going up real nice and high with it too. I don't want to take my finger because I don't want to go overboard, but I feel like these shades pack better with your finger. It's giving holiday. First Christmas look of the season. I'm also going to take this shade called Shine, which is that bright, it's pretty sheer, but it has like a green undertone. And I'm going to pack that in the inner corner of this eye look, just so I have something there. And I'm also going to blend the shimmers out more. I love it. Oh my god. I'm going to put on my final lash and then we can look at this final look. Here's look number 3. I freaking love it. I can't decide whether I like the look number 1, look number 3, and look number 2 was also very special in its own way. I'm gonna complete the rest of my makeup. I've already started. I was waiting for my lash to get tacky, and we'll be right back to talk about my final thoughts. So what did I think of the Blend Bunny Cosmetics All Done Up eyeshadow palette and lippies? I love it. I think this was so worth it. I think I'm going to be using this a lot. It is absolutely beautiful. The shimmers in here really took me by surprise. I really wasn't expecting them to be like that. So sparkly, buttery, smooth. The mattes are so soft and blendable, and they look really, really good without putting a lot of effort in. Of course, the way this palette is laid out for you is absolutely beautiful. Each row is a look, basically. Each row is a look, basically. This palette retailed for $36, and I really highly recommend it. I think it's such a beautiful palette. Easy to use, easy to create looks with. The lippies, these are incredible. I am wearing the shade Dollface. Figured it would look good with the green and the pink, and I was correct. It looks absolutely beautiful. Although I did enjoy all of the shades, these were a win. The formula is so incredibly smooth. It's not drying. It's very buttery. The liner is so creamy, and I love that it comes with a sponge and a sharpener right in the packaging. I think that's so convenient. The doe foot on the liquid lipsticks is nice and small, so you can get into the crevices of your lips and not have many issues with it. I love that the shades don't accentuate any of my teeth yellowness, because I do have pretty yellow teeth. Overall, I give this collection a big thumbs up. I absolutely had so much fun playing with it. I loved all the looks I made with it, and I'm so excited to actually use it again. I can't wait for Blend Bunny to do more of these little lippies. I don't know how long they're gonna be in a set together, but each one retailed for $16, so I feel like that's a pretty good deal for a very high quality liquid lip and lip liner combo. So I really recommend these lippies as well. I was only gonna get 2 shades. I was like, I shouldn't get all of them, and I really shouldn't have, but I did anyways, and I'm really glad that I did because they are chef's kiss. They are just so good. I love the packaging of this collection. I love the name. All Done Up is very new to me. Like, yeah, I'm all done up, and I feel all done up with this palette. So beautiful, so stunning, and I can't wait to try more of Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I'm absolutely blown away with the quality and the price of everything. I used a discount code. I used code ALLIE, and I saved 10% off of all this stuff. I skipped out on the liner. I didn't feel like I would use that product a lot, but everything else was so incredible, and I'm so happy I got my hands on it. Yeah, those were my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. It would really mean a lot to me, and thank you so much for watching my video and hanging out with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. I have the palette and the Ooh, I'm gonna stain my lips and everything around them. I already got it on my face. Like, what is wrong with me? And this is why I wanted to do this first. And I like the Joker now. The lippie. Again, sponge. Good deal on Uber? Like, never happens. Anyway. That man loves to have fun on his motorcycle. I'm not gonna judge him. This look kind of reminds me of a Saint. Also, I need new lash glue. This one is literally on its dying last breath, and I'm just like, it still works. It doesn't. I need a new one. Oh my god, I put glue on the wrong one. Why am I like this? Okay. Now I can take the corner piece off. Taking my shade.